very much that you have time today.
No
I'm
problem.
such a fan. I really like your headphones, by the way. You're probably the coolest guy I know
Thank
who
you.
has an OnlyFans account.
Fair enough.
So you kind of wanted to check how it is to start an OnlyFans account from zero.
Yeah.
But could you tell a little bit more about it?
Well, usually I always try, when it comes to my content, I try to get ideas that are completely out of the box. Like nobody even considers doing them because they're either so extreme or so mentally draining, or simply people are not willing to do that.
Yeah.
Even for my next projects, like I have some ideas of that level and even higher, to be honest. I don't really have a specific like thought process when it
Mhm.
comes to those ideas. I just try and think things that are kind of similar to what I do, but in an extreme manner. That's like the easiest way I can put it.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. So, did you already know some creators who were successful on OnlyFans, or was it just like a rough idea because you knew that they exist out there? Because I, for example, I saw a lot of TikTok videos from women or in general, this guy who always walks around with a cam and he asks like, "What do you do for a living?" And there
Yeah.
are always these girls who say like, "Yeah, I'm driving this Ferrari because I'm on OnlyFans." I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
like personally, I don't know any like creators, but yeah, that's about it. I just knew that it's a big thing, and I've seen like people doing it, so it is fun, but at the same time, it's exhausting.
It looks like it wasn't, you didn't make so much money with that. So it was more a fame thing at the end of the day.
Well, yeah, but I feel like that's one of the videos that like have a huge potential in the future. Like, uh, I treat those videos as library videos that new users are gonna come to my channel and they're gonna see something that they have never seen before or on other
Definitely.
channels, and they're gonna be like, okay, this guy, I like him, or whatever. So I feel like it's a good introduction video that what I'm willing to do to get like good content. So yeah, at
Yeah.
the end of the day, it's worth it.
I remember myself watching your first video and I didn't expect anything. So I was just scrolling. I didn't know that it exists. And I just saw this video where Natalie's in front of the cam and like super pretty. And then you have these guys who ask a bunch of questions and then suddenly you say like, yeah, I'm Vladimir from Mother Russia. I'm like,
Yes.
yes. How
Yeah.
good is that? And then I couldn't stop watching. Really cool. But was it your first big project? No, right? You did something before.
No, I did a couple of other projects. Like hold on, let me give you a couple of examples. Even though I did some like big, let's say, or whatever projects back when I basically had no subscribers whatsoever. Back when I was even starting YouTube. All right, here we go. Like I ate nothing for 10 days. I did that video when I had like 100 subscribers, and like as a video itself, it's pretty bad. Like it's horrible as a video. But I did it like in terms of challenges. I mean, it's pretty extreme.
It's
Uh
super extreme.
yeah, I did
Like,
like a horror movie with like fairly good CGI and everything.
I,
I walked a marathon in heels.
I saw this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I also walked across my country in 24 hours.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I did a couple of extreme stuff, let's say, before that.
And which one was the most extreme?
Extreme in terms of what? Emotionally, in all honesty, I hated so much the one where I walked across the country in 24 hours. Like, I thought that the one in hills was difficult, but that was even harder because I had to walk like with my friend 24 hours almost non-stop, and I was injured for like 3 months after that. Whereas in
Wow.
the marathon in hills, I was injured for just like a month or something.
Oh, damn. Did you have like an awkward, or okay, you did have a bunch of awkward experiences. Was there one that was extremely awkward?
I mean, there's not something specific, but like most of it, though, it's really awkward, especially when I had like to pose like a girl and stuff. Like, obviously, it's pretty awkward.
I was wondering because you sit in a way that people, of course, cannot really see that you have like muscles and this big shoulders. You just
Yeah,
don't see
all the
that.
muscles and stuff have been photoshopped away.
Yeah, but when you're in front of the cam, do you use filters or something? Because it looks so real.
In front of the cam, you mean like on my Omegle videos?
Yeah, yeah.
I used to not to use anything, but on my latest videos, I figured out a way to use AI to make basically my jawline a little bit smaller, which
Okay.
sells it a lot better.
For me, it would be very interesting to know how is it for you to switch roles that drastically? Because it's not just that you are like as an actor just playing another male role, you have to be a woman. So you even switch your voice and stuff. How does it feel for you to do that?
To be honest, I kind of got used to it because mainly like I always loved like acting and stuff.
Mhm.
So it becomes like way too instantly. Like I can give you an example of how my usually Omegle interaction goes. Let's say I fooled somebody and I got a good reaction and I'm laughing, and I already see like the next person popping up. It's literally instant, just like this. Like immediately, I might be laughing my heart out. I'll be like, and I immediately
Wow.
got it like instantly.
You're immediately the role.
Yeah,
If you were Vlad and guys would talk to you this way, like they talk to Natalie, would the reaction be the same?
I wouldn't enjoy it. I would say that much.
I can imagine.
Because like I'm not really a person who like in my everyday life like and likes to drag attention or whatever. I will never seek attention. So I'm always like, I'm casually dressed like just one white shirt or whatever.
Yeah.
You'll never see me in a when I'm not filming. I'm never gonna try and get attention on me.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm a very normal guy, let's say, in those terms. So I wouldn't just like enjoy that much just people like looking at me and that kind of stuff.
I think it happens often to artists, to really good actors, that in public they are quite normal. Probably you wouldn't even recognize them. But then when they are on stage, like everything switches
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
are
pretty
this
much.
other
Yeah.
person. Did you expect the reaction that you got from the users and also from the guys you were chatting with as Natalie?
Well, to be honest, the way I went about it is that I've seen some other creators who were doing it. So I already had an expectation of what I could expect, but I always think of it as how to explain it. I see something, and if it works, I ask myself, is there any way to make this even better?
Yeah, yeah.
So I saw some other creators who did this, and like I already seen some like pretty crazy reactions when the input from the other creator wasn't even that good.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, if they're not even trying that much, and if they're not going like the full length of what they could have done, and they already good reactions, if I take it a step further, like how extreme will the reaction be? And that was kind of the question in my mind that got me started to do with this. And I always, if you see throughout my videos, there is a progression timeline where I always find a way to improve what I'm doing,
Yeah.
either voice wise, look wise, backgrounds, lines, everything. I always look for ways to make what I'm doing better. And so I was kind of expecting to the level of reactions, but some are just too extreme that I wasn't ready for. Like genuinely, for some reactions are so extreme, I'm genuinely not ready for. As soon as they skip, I die out of laughter.
Do you have an example like for you personally?
Yes,
Then I tell you
yes,
mine.
yes, yes. It's one of my latest videos actually. Hold on, let me tell you exactly which one it is. It's hold on. I found it. Gamer girl goes on Omegle, but she's a big Russian man. The first one, which hit 1 million views. It's my first million view video actually.
Wow,
Like
nice.
the first long clip, there are two guys, and there's this guy goes like, "I need your fucking snap, bro. I need your fucking snap right now." And then as soon as I speak, like he falls back, like he's having a heart attack, and like the full clip was so hilarious to me. Like you can even see it before I cut the scene how much I immediately went bursting into laughter,
Oh, yeah. Then
and I
this
kept
one
laughing for a whole minute after that.
for me, I just found one 2 days ago, and I just didn't understand what I have just seen. It was a woman or a man, actually, I don't know, in a wolf's costume or something. It was just turning.
Oh yeah, I remember.
What happened there?
I don't know.
Wait, is this a fake camera?
No.
Fuck, and I thought
Well,
that was weird.
This one was like super weird and also funny. And I liked the one where there was a girl and she was just screaming.
What?
What? What is going on?
Can I see your what? Wait, what?
No, it's Vladimir.
You've said that several times. I now know that.
It's Vladimir.
It was
Oh.
hilarious. People start recognizing you, right? When you are
Yeah,
in their
indeed.
stream.
Indeed. I mean, that's not really great when it comes for content because it makes getting content harder. But on the other side, like my content is in English, so there won't ever be a point where everybody knows me, so I can always get content, which is a problem I run to with my Greek account really quickly.
Ah, okay.
Because
Yeah.
Greece and Cyprus are like pretty small countries with not that big of a population. So as soon as a couple of my TikToks went viral, like 2-3 million views, then it's over.
Yeah. You really like this extreme stuff, walking a marathon in heels, and then this.
I like the idea of doing something that people wouldn't even consider either possible or wouldn't even come up with the idea to do it. Like, I want people to question, how the fuck did this guy even come with this idea?
People will never know actually what to expect from
Exactly,
that.
exactly, yeah. And I feel like that's also something that keeps the content fresh and interesting, that you never
Yes.
know what to expect.
Yeah. But would you say it's just your content personality, or are you just like that?
I always enjoy to mindfuck people.
Okay.
At school, I was like a completely different person. Even though even then I still kind of liked to mindfuck people, but
Yeah.
yeah, people always considered me pretty weird, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh, same.
But I had a friend, his name is Orestes, which like 9 years ago, he was like one of my only friends at school. And he told me, dude, one day you're gonna be something really famous on the internet. And I still find it funny to this day.
Yes. Even though you have these different roles or you're doing this crazy extreme stuff, you're playing a role without playing a role. That's
Yeah.
great.
I feel like what differentiates like bad acting from good acting is that when it's good acting, you shouldn't be able to tell that it's acting.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my idea of it. So if you can tell, then that makes it bad.
Yeah, true. When you are a female on social media, I've heard it a lot from other girls, for example, that they get a lot of weird private messages, for example, with
Yeah, indeed.
strange
Indeed.
pictures and stuff. And I find it so funny that it actually doesn't even matter if the people know you, if the people like you. So they just see,
Yeah.
okay, it's a woman. Okay, let's
Yeah.
send picture. Like, what kind of an idea is that?
I don't know. So the thing is that many people would expect me to be like, oh no, why? Something like that. But
Yes.
as a person, I have seen so much like different stuff throughout my life. Like I have that I came to a point where I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Like I am at a point where I honestly don't give a fuck about so many things in terms of like, it is what it is. Whatever. I don't care. It
same.
is what it is.
Yeah. Do you think if you as a guy had an OnlyFans account that women would react differently, or do you think they would be like the guys?
To be honest, I am fully aware that guys are way more thirsty than girls for one very simple reason. Guys need to try to get any sexual like interest or whatever. Girls don't need to try.
Yeah.
They have offers from everywhere. It's simple as that. Therefore, a girl will not actually thirst and go and pay for something or whatever, but guys will.
Yeah.
So back to your original question, you would say that if I had OnlyFans, like as a guy, if I would have the original success, Uh, I would say maybe I could have like half the success,
Mhm.
and most of it, like 70%, would probably be from gay guys.
Good point. Do you think that OnlyFans is a useful invention in general?
There are a lot of ways to look at it. So I will take one by one. So
Yeah.
I would say that it is not useful because many people spend a lot of their money on something that practically doesn't really do much for them.
Hmm.
Because like I've seen and I've heard people who make like really low salaries, for example, like $1,000 or whatever, to go and in one night spend like 300 on some girl's pictures. Like there is no way you can tell me that's good in any way. That somebody who can barely make a living spends one third of their salary in one night just to enjoy themselves. Like no.
Yeah.
So obviously there is that. On the other side, there are people who find it. Then they need to find a way to relax or a way to get stuff out of their heads.
Mhm.
So if they didn't have this, they would do something else, which could potentially be not so good.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say here,
I
because
totally understand. Yes, and
yeah.
I didn't look at it this way yet, so I find it pretty interesting.
So there are many viewpoints. Also, many people can make extra incomes. Like there are so many different cons and pros that you cannot really
Yeah.
say that it's black or white, good or bad. Like it's good for many reasons, it's bad for many reasons. It is what it is.
It's the same as with social media, probably. You know, for me, when
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, because many people criticize it as well. You can use it for comparing yourself to other people, to models, and to feel bad about yourself. But on the other hand, you can connect with people all over the world. You can make so many new friends and contacts, and that's super beautiful.
Yeah, correct.
So
For example, I feel like social media can either destroy you or make you. And what do
yeah.
I mean by that? If you use social media correctly, it is the most powerful tool that we have in the 21st century. Like everything, regards, as you said, contacts, information, financial, everything. If you use it correctly, you can make yourself in every single aspect of your life. And if you use it incorrectly, then it can destroy you.
Yeah, maybe we can make a difference between if you consume it or if you use it.
Mhm.
So when you just consume it, then yeah, then you just use it kind of unfiltered and
I can give you like the easiest example. A lot of like the content you consume also defines of kind of what you think. So if a big part of the content you consume educates you in some form,
yeah.
whether you can even, and I don't mean like it's strictly education, boring stuff. I'm talking about
Yeah.
even like using memes to teach you about some stuff.
That's the best part of the
Yeah,
internet.
that's how much I simplify stuff.
Yeah.
It can still be useful. Like you can gain tons of knowledge about stuff. It can improve you. So even with that basic stuff, it still can be incredibly helpful.
I think this is also kind of an art, because when I think back to the time when I went to school, everything was so complicated and so heavy. So all the knowledge that you got was like 100 pages in a book, and you had to read through all of it to come to the point where something useful was written that you could remember.
Yeah, correct.
Social media memes, for example, they
Straight to the point.
straight to the point. It's amazing. And then when you want to have more background infos, when you need more details, then you can look it all up, and then you can educate yourself. And I love that as well.
There is a lot of time that I do not consume absolutely anything.
Mhm.
For example, on Instagram, I barely open it. Like I just reply to messages and post some stuff. That's
Yeah.
it. I don't
Nice.
even scroll. I don't even scroll through my video. Like honestly, I have no idea what's going on. Because I value my time a lot, and at the time where I am right now, I'm working 24/7. Like from the moment I wake up till the moment I go to sleep, I'm constantly working. So I don't have much time to consume content or
Mhm.
do that kind of stuff. But when I do, it would usually be a couple of TikToks or something, and it's mainly educational stuff. Like it's either about stuff that's going on around the world, financial stuff, business stuff. Like that's the content I consume because I'm aware that that is gonna help me.
What are you actually doing 24/7 when you say that you work? Is it the content job or do you do
Yes,
something
content.
else?
Content.
Wow, full time now.
More than full time. Full time, you work like 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah.
I work. I work from the moment I open my eyes till the moment I go to sleep. So it's
Wow.
more than full.
Yeah. Are you doing it like just because you're so driven, or do you have a specific goal right now?
In all honesty, I'm workaholic.
Okay.
Like if I feel like I'm doing something that it's productive, something that it's both productive and I enjoy it, I'm gonna grind it till I'm the best at it. Yeah, that's just how I am at everything. It used to be the same also when I didn't do YouTube and I was doing clearly like fitness. I was at the gym like 4 to 5 hours a day, and I achieved like an insane physique in like 3 months.
Wow.
Like that's a physique where you have to work like a whole year to get it or even more, and I got it in like 3 months
You
because
did it directly. Yeah.
because I used to do it like 4 or 5 hours a day.
Wow. Do you still have something that you want to reach?
I feel like many YouTubers, the thing that destroys their content is that they make their content feel corporated. And I've noticed that on many big YouTubers, that people watch them because they like the YouTuber, they like
Yeah.
the personality or whatever, and then it all becomes about spectacle, about big stuff. The personality gets lost, and I feel that's where the magic of YouTube is.
Yeah.
Watching a person for their personality and that kind of stuff. So I'm really trying not to get to a point where I have to not show myself in the videos because there is gonna
Yeah.
be a brand or whatever.
Yeah.
I wanna do whatever the hell I wanna do,
Yeah, I get it.
and that's also what I feel the fans enjoy.
You are fully yourself 24/7, and if you could, it would be
Exactly.
5/7.
Like if I wanna say something stupid, I'm gonna say it because it's gonna be fun. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I cannot say it because I have this sponsorship or because it's not good for the brand. Like people watch me because I'm being myself. I wanna keep it that way.
Yeah, I think that's inspiring, really. People can always say something against you. And should you sacrifice yourself for the opinion of others? Kind of doesn't make sense, doesn't feel good.
Yeah, exactly.
What would you recommend if someone wants, for example, to drop their old job or to do content like you 24/7?
Okay. I need to drink some water for this. So, I don't know if you watched the video with Eric. With Eric that I made. It's a 50-minute video where you can get to know me really well as to what I've done and everything. And so what I did is that back when I had like 200 subscribers, I got inspired by a YouTuber like a lot. And I quit everything. I had 2 jobs. I quit both of them to go full time on YouTube while I had 200 subscribers.
I love that. Oh my God.
Yeah, and everybody called me crazy. Like everybody called me like stupid. What are you doing? Like, it is what it is. So
Love
it is.
it.
I wouldn't recommend to anyone to do that because like it's such a risky thing. Because on YouTube, the reality is that most likely you're not gonna make it. Most likely. But there is still a small chance that you can make it. And I feel like there is a really good way to determine whether that is going to happen or not. First of all, be really cruel / realistic with you. Don't sugarcoat anything. Just ask yourself, why would people watch me and would I watch myself?
Yeah.
Ask these 2 questions and be cruel with how realistic you should answer that. If you can actually answer that question, you will most likely make it. If you're like, because I think I might be funny or something like that,
you won't.
You won't.
Yeah.
You need a really clear answer as to, okay, why would somebody click on me instead of the person number 2?
Yeah.
You need a clear answer. That it sounds bad, it sounds cruel, but it's the reality.
Yes, it's just really on point.
Yeah.
What was your answer to this?
My answer is that if you see my channel, I've tried a lot of different stuff. Like I've started from like song parodies, sketches, fitness, like a lot of stuff. I used to do gaming. It came to a point where I even tried like the Omegle fake girl thing because I saw a different YouTuber doing it. And I saw that there was some people enjoyed it a little bit more. Like I used to get like 200 views on my videos and I got like 500 on those ones. And I was like, wow, I got more. So I tried to understand, like, is there any reason behind it? And I always knew that I'm really good at like thinking of stuff to say on the spot. Wait, how do you say that?
Improvising.
Yeah, improvising. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
really good at improvising. Like that's something that I always had. And I'm like, okay, I see that many other people don't improvise at all. Like they have a really standard joke and they
Yeah.
just take it and go and go and go and go. But I always improvised, which, okay, I have this advantage. So let's say people can watch me because of that, because you can never know what to expect, what kind of stupid thing I'll say next. Okay, what's the next thing? All the YouTubers who like do this, they don't push that much effort into the appearance. So how can I make the most intensively good and realistically good appearance I could possibly do? So I already have two things that I have, like, for me, let's say. And then I keep on adding to the list. Like, what can I have that nobody else has? Or what do I have better than others?
I love that. I'm learning so much from you right now, really.
So I feel like that's the perspective that I took, and that's why it worked, because I was like really realistic with myself.
Yeah.
Because like in the
goals.
beginning, like I was practicing the girl voice for like 2 months, and then I still tried it, and I was watching my video, and I was like, this is garbage. How do I sound like that? This is garbage.
And then how did you improve it, or what did you change?
Yeah, I was like, okay, and we need to make it even better, even better. Like I used to, in my first videos, like I just put some random ass makeup on. And I was like, fuck, I look like shit. then I somehow put a mask on it to hide my jawline. I was like, it's still, it's better, but it's still horrible. How do we make it even better? Maybe the angle. So I keep changing everything, the lighting, the angles. I bought better makeup. I kept adding, where it came to a point where, okay, I officially have put the most effort out of every single person out there.
Well, I think so many things right now. First of all, this must be really a tough reality for guys to know that catfishing can be that hard. Like, so.
No, it's really hard. Like, do you have any idea how much time I record per day?
No.
Can you guess? Like, I'm gonna do my makeup and record. For how many hours will I record?
10?
Yeah, 10 to 12.
Yeah, and this is just my guess because I put it higher than I would have thought because of your question. So
yeah, because usually like my time schedule would be like I would start around 4 p.m. let's say, and I would go to sleep at 5 a.m. Like I would just take my makeup off at 4:30 a.m. or something and just go to sleep immediately.
Just like me. Yeah, but for real.
But it's exhausting because I have to do the voice, keep a specific pose, all these hours, and like imagine having to improvise after already 10 hours of doing it.
Yes.
Like it gets really mentally draining.
Yeah. Do you have some outtake videos, you know, from you doing it like from another perspective?
No, like when I finish or something, I just take everything off and I just go and die on the bed. I'm so exhausted.
Yeah, I can imagine. But I really feel this time schedule also because, well, as I told you, I really just started. And I also normally don't start before, maybe 4 or 5 p.m., something like that. And then until the night. Like yesterday I was uploading a file because also like editing, uploading that stuff, for me, this takes the longest time because I'm very experienced with makeup. And with angles probably, but it's like I'm starting from zero with editing. So yeah, it's just other way around.
Yeah. Also, another thing that I had as an advantage, let's say, is that I've been editing for like 11 years. So I'm really quick at editing, so I can pump up the production speed really quickly.
Cool. Hmm.
And also because like I wanted to become a director,
Yeah.
like when I was younger, so I would really look up on the internet like directing techniques, storytelling techniques. So I also feel like YouTube is all about storytelling, like at least mostly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you can understand what kind of clips you can add in what sequence, what cuts should you make to make an interesting storyline, I feel like that's the most important part, which I also kind of had, so it just worked better.
Love this. Yeah, this is what I'm experiencing right now. My job was being a storyteller for advertising agencies.
Yeah,
And now
exactly.
now I just think, well, I can do it myself for myself. That's so
Yeah.
cool. Do you think for you there is any way back to normal life, or would you do any other job? Do you feel that right now, or is it just that?
No, honestly, when I used to do any other job, I was like super depressed. I'm being straight up honest with you. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that I can do something that I can entertain people and it's entirely up to me, it's perfect. Because like I started working from the age of 13. I would carry
Mhm.
like bags of building materials and like load them onto trucks.
Mhm.
The age of 13, which because I was like extremely poor.
Mhm.
So like as the years went by, I was a waiter. I would work at really shitty jobs. Like let's say that you have a rusty metal.
Mhm.
You need somebody under the sun to remove the rust.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Like there is grass outside. It needs to be removed. Somebody has to remove. I mean that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I went through like many jobs and stuff. Then I became a waiter, and then I finally became an editor for a university,
Mhm.
and like a gym trainer for a really good hotel here in Cyprus.
Mhm.
And those were my two jobs that I quitted both for YouTube.
Yeah.
Like I
Wow.
came to a point where I had like two really good jobs. I was like, you know what? I'm still depressed.
You know how much I love this story, because it's like you can have a good job, and you see that all the time with people who have like a midlife crisis, but being super fucking rich and having everything like family and all this life like from a movie, and they are fucking depressed and they don't know why. And now I see this guy sitting there with the pink headphones and just being himself on cam. And I think this is the fulfilling thing. Probably nobody at school would have told you this will be your career. You will be running a marathon in heels and stuff, and you can make money with that.
Actually, I see many comments on YouTube that are commenting like on my actual guy profile. Imagine if this guy gets asked what he does for a living, or imagine seeing this guy outside, not knowing that his profession is to dress up as a girl on a freaking Omegle or something.
But your profession is entertaining.
As I said, I work like way more than what I used to, but this like fulfills me way more.
Yeah, amazing. Do you also have like favorite creators or people that you enjoy watching?
I used to,
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
but as I said, right now I barely consume content.
Yeah.
So there is that. I just stopped watching most people just because of that. I honestly don't have time to sit and consume content,
Hmm.
sadly. But yeah, again, if you watch my Iraq video, you'll see that like that guy was like my favorite creator.
Yeah.
He was the one who inspired me to like take the jump.
Hmm.
And so yeah, he used to be my favorite creator.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Get it.
after that video, I cannot really say that anymore.
But you always wanted to do comedy, or was it comedy content?
To be honest, I was always not taking things seriously. So I was always like making fun of myself, like 24/7, whatever. So I would eventually end up doing comedic stuff, no matter what.
Yeah, 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 I really feel that. And I will really think a lot about what you just told me, this being cruel to yourself or just extremely honest. Because for now, like when it's about me, I'm trying to bring two things together, and this is philosophy and comedy. Because I really, like, from my perspective, this is the most important thing, not to take yourself seriously, which brings you to question everything, because no matter the answer, you will be fine. And you can probably build your life from zero, and you won't struggle. Thank you so much for all the insights. It was extremely interesting, super inspiring. I learned so much from you today, really. Like, even as a creator.
I'm happy.
Oh, one last question, because you said there is another big project coming.
There are plenty of big projects coming.
Plenty of them. Okay, do you already want to give an insight?
Okay, let me see. I also, the way I work is that all around my room, I have like pieces of paper that I write like ideas or the video order I should do or everything. Like, okay, I'll give you just a quick snap of what I have like in front of me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Hold
on. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah.
So that's literally all my room. I even have one there, one behind the wall.
Yeah.
I have my calendar up there. So yeah, everything I have reminders and everything of what I should do. That's literally what I mean, that I work 24/7.
You're like the guy from Memento with all the post-its to not forget anything.
Yeah, sort of. So what could I reveal? Let's see. I see two videos that I could kind of spoil.
Okay.
So the first one will be like a sequel to the OnlyFans one, but I'll name it I Pretended to Be a Girl on Fansly.
Mm-hmm.
Which obviously I will have some other interesting advertising techniques as I did in the first one. That's all I'm gonna see for that. And the other one is the I Pretended to Be a Girl on Twitch.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which again, I have some really complicated stuff there that if it works, it's gonna be really insane.
Oh, I have a suggestion for you, by the way. Now you said Twitch.
Go on.
It will be probably cool for you with not doing anything with your voice. What about ASMR?
Yeah, I've already thought of that, but I feel like I could do something better.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I sometimes just see the videos and every time, like from random people doing things with the micro, and I'm always like, stop that.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing all that cool stuff. And yeah, thank you very much again.
No
You're
problem.
an inspiration, and thank you for doing what you're doing.
No problem. Thank you. Have a good one. I'm exhausted.
You too.